What is up, racers, and welcome back to another episode of our F1 2021 My Team Career Mode, episode number 13 today for the Russian Grand Prix. If you missed our previous video at the, the Italian Grand Prix, be sure to check that one out before you see this one. A great drive, great comeback after a few set of sketchy races to take P4. Best of the rest. That's an amazing result, but we got to look ahead and hope we can carry this momentum. And as you can see, we got our DRS upgrade and our minor tire wear upgrade coming in right now. And we're going to invest into a front downforce upgrade so we can even out the downforce. And at the moment, we are the 7th best team on the grid, which is pretty good, if I do say so myself. And we're going to invest in the build time for our durability department. So things are just going on the up for us. But anyway, here we are. We're going to invest in the durability department. Or actually, there's a problem that the durability department wants to address. And here, as you can see, they just want to use more simulator time to invest in the MGU-H, which will decrease the resource point generations for the upgrade, but it will result in a decline in our second driver's racecraft. We're just going to invest in the component because the car is going to last for us a long time, but Sato, the writing's on the wall, let's just say. But anyways, we advance. We get a general durability upgrade from Honda, which is really good. Unfortunately, our MGU-K fails, via the R&D screen. So we will have to reinvest in that. It's kind of disappointing. I mean, especially with all the technical faults that, with the fact that mechanical failures are possible in this game, durability is now more important than ever. But I mean, now you just have to reinvest, and thankfully, we'll be ready in time for Singapore. But as you can see, we're very low on durability on the durability graph, so things need to look up. Anyway, our rear downforce upgrade comes in, and that propels us up to, as you saw briefly there, we're now the 6th best team. So considering we started from the practical bottom and made our way up, that's pretty good. But anyway, looking ahead to the forecast, and well, nothing to be concerned about. Not really much rain, just some overcast skies. But anyways, here we go. Practice 1. We're pretty far down, but medium tires, don't read too much into it. Second run, soft tires, 11. So the pace that we're showing, the car doesn't look like it's going to suit Sochi. So, I mean, we do go generally well around here when we're not crashing into other cars. It sounds really stupid. Why did I say that? Anyways, we're going to go into quick practice now. And as you can see, we have the worst luck in this quick practice. Because, well, I mean, I only do it when I literally cannot complete one of the practice program objectives. And so as you can see, we're just going to invest. I just skipped it. I went ahead to something else. I mean, all of these ones went off well without a hitch. But yeah, 70% success. Usually it's good. It didn't work. And it's the third time I did the 50% success and we failed. So that sucks. Let's head into the quali. And here we are into qualifying, and well, we're gonna run the default 4 setup because I mean, Sochi is a very fast track, so downforce isn't exactly key here. But as you can see, as we're about to start our first lap, the engine light icon is orange. Oh god, no! Oh my god, we pulled a Zandvoort. We pulled a Zandvoort. We forgot to switch out our practice engine, and yep, we're running a very worn ICE. Anyways, so here we go. We're going to show you this lap around the Sochi Autodrome, heading through the kink of turn 1, through this long stretch with the DRS wide open into turn 2. But probably the best spot for overtaking on this track with this generation of cars, navigating it smoothly through. And now we're going to the really long left-hander of turn 3 as you navigate through the old Olympic Park of, well, 2014 Sochi Winter Olympic Games into turn 4 now. Not really a good spot we're overtaking considering it comes right after the left-hander of turn 3 into turn 5 now. Yes, the kink of turn 6 into turn 7. These are decently heavy braking zones, but because there's not enough of a good run to set up a move, it's going to be pretty processional on Sunday. So, well, we're just going to have to live with it. Into turn, what turn is this? 10. This is turn 10 as we're heading onto the DRS straight now of this long turn 11, which is really just another kink as we get ready to go into another left-hand kink of turn 12, heading down into turn 13. Really crucial to get your braking point pinpoint accurate under the bridge into turn 14 And this is turn 15 and 16, the chicane coming up, which would be maybe a good spot for overtaking if there wasn't an elevation change there, which really is very easy to unsettle the car as they go through there. Really concerned about that ICE into the double right-hander, turn 17, turn 18. Really hard corners, and again, not much of a run-up for a good overtaking spot, and we make it, P5. But, well, it says there's no penalties. We're going to try and replace the ICE, and it's going to take about 8 minutes. Yup. Oh, God, we can't be making these mistakes, team. I mean, I'm not saying that we're going to get good positions in a not-so-great, middle of the midfield car, but we can't be shooting ourselves in the foot like this. But anyways, ICE is replaced. We're going to head out. And, I mean, let's just hope there's no penalty, because that happened last time. But it did say there was no penalty, so I'm going to trust the game. We're going to see what happens when we pull out of the garage. We're going to drive out, because we've got to give ourselves the maximum amount of time, and there's a grid penalty. Right, so there's really no point to completing this lap. We're in P11 right now, which we'll see as, at the moment, we're out of the drop zone. We're just going to try and reaffirm a position, see what lines we can take into the weekend. But heading into turn 2 right now. And, I mean, I think I was kind of moving in the braking zone because, I mean, we lose so much time. I don't think I took that corner poorly, and I get distracted by the time, and I get huge understeer into turn 3, which really increases our time, and we're just losing time. And I don't know if this is maybe because there's still parts of the engine that are worn that are affecting our performance. I don't know, but anyways, not very good lap, and we're suddenly Max Verstappen. Yeah, I'd love to be a world champion. He's a world champion now, we can say that, but yeah, not good. The McLarens look really good around here, so very similar to where they were in real life. But we're P13, but as you can see, that 22-place grid penalty that we're going to get will put us at the back no matter where we finish. So, yeah, Sato, kind of disappointing, P19, and, well, qualifying 2. We don't even bother going out, because, what's the point? We're just going to end at the back of the grid anyways. There's no real incentive to, no real incentive to waste engine components. Doing this they're pretty much already wasted. But anyways, and into the race, we're just gonna, we're just gonna get invested in a completely new engine column. It's always good to have fresh engines, and well, there's nothing we can do if we're gonna start at the back. Let's just at least give us ourselves a power advantage. But like I said, last game, although we didn't go well around Russia in results, we had some good pace. So hopefully we can transfer that into the race.
Welcome along then to Sochi and the Russian Grand Prix, one of 8 cities in the world to play host to both the Olympics and a Formula One race. It's a Grand Prix that's proven difficult to crack for anyone beyond the first 2 rows of the grid in recent years, so let's see if that can change today. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc and Perez, Vettel, Stroll, Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. They've taken a grid penalty. Raikkonen, Sainz, Nikita Mazepin and Latifi, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Esteban Ocon and Yuki Tsunoda. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Russell, Mick Schumacher, Sato and the engineer. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Sure thing, Jeff. So as you can see, we had some grid penalties actually on the grid, but because we took a completely new power unit, the grid penalties just accumulated, and now we're firmly at the back of the grid and alongside Sato. So not a really good showing for Toyota Racing. Hopefully we can transfer that to race pace. Anyways, we're going to go to start on the medium tires, give ourselves a long first stint, but I'm not going to repeat another mistake we made in the Netherlands, which was to go from mediums to hards. No, we're going to go from mediums to soft tires, so that way we can get some tire advantage in the second stint while everyone's on the harder compound. Here we go, the 5 red lights for the Russian Grand Prix on the Sochi Autodrome. Pretty much a boring race, lights out, and away we go. Deploy the ERS right off the line. We got a lot of wheel spin off the line, and we're sandwiched between Schumacher and our teammate Sato. We go into turn 1. Ooh, and oh my god, we almost went right into the wall. Schumacher kind of boots us off a bit, and well, we had nowhere else to go with our teammate Sato. We dive down the inside into turn 2. The AI leaving so much space. We do kind of cut the corner, but there's nowhere else we can go. And Sonoda is all up on our left side. We go into turn 3. The pack is pulling away. Sonoda pulls up a great move in his Alpha Tauri up the inside. We're going to see if we can dive down the out inside into turn 4. Ooh, whoa, what the heck are we doing?
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
And our front wing is slightly damaged. And we get contact with Sonoda, and well, the team's calling us into the pits. Wow, this is almost identical to what happened last. I'm pretty sure in the last year's game we had an incident exactly like this. Not at the exact corner, but similar front wing damage. But as you can see, we get ping-ponged in between those two drivers. Like, we're lucky we didn't end our race in the wall there. As you can see, going into the kink of turn 1. And yeah, we kind of squeezed Schumacher into the wall, albeit. But Sato was right there. There was nowhere else for us really to go. And well, in Schumacher's attempt to correct and try not to bin himself in the wall, he almost bins us in the wall. How do we not get front wing damage? I will not know. Looking from Schumacher's T-cam right now. And as you can see, yeah, we kind of made contact with him, but like I said, we're trying to avoid him and the momentum. Here's Sato's point of view. You can see what happened. Bam! Into Sato. We're actually lucky we didn't bin our teammate. Yeah, that's something. But anyways, look at this, and well, let's just... I didn't realize how tight that corner was, so I dove down and I just realized that, yeah, that happened. And Sonoda is not going to be happy about that, because I'm pretty sure I ruined his front wing as well, and, well, his race, as he got booted aside.
Idiot.
Yep, actually, I was, you know what, considering Sonoda, that's not the worst response I would have expected. As you can see, yeah, that's fully on me, I'll admit it. I got the red mist going over my eyes, and yep, that's it. Anyways, and here I'm debating here, because downforce isn't really essential around Russia. I mean, there are some tight corners for sure, as you're about to see. I ignored a pit, my strategist's idea of going in. And, well, I apologize for this drunken photo mode. I mean, I wasn't drunk while doing this. No, I'm just saying that, like, I don't know why. For some reason, I guess it was because I was frustrated with my performance so far in this race. And I just kind of, I'm jittering the camera. I'm like, oh, yeah, you can definitely see. What I'm trying to do is show that the front wing doesn't look as damaged as it looks like. It's pretty scuffed up, for sure. But no end plates are missing. There's just some chips, shark bites in the front wing. And I think I'm fine. I mean, do I really need downforce around Russia? Maybe around these turns here, but I mean, it's pretty fast and flowing in most parts. So, I mean, I don't see what the issue is here. So I'm just going to stay out. Sonoda pits. So, I mean, there's his race ruined. And, well, not a very good showing for Japan. I mean, its Japanese team is at the back of the grid, and all 3 Japanese drivers at the back. So, not a really good showing. On to lap 2 now. The pit crew, my crew is calling me into the pit lane. And as you can see, wow, I mean, yeah, so remember my comment about saying downforce is key? Yeah, well, apparently not so. We kind of run right in front of our teammate. I mean, he gets a shower of dust. As you can see, I'm looking from Sato's T-cam just to see our lack of turnability. Just look at that. Like, we're turning in. We get so much understeer because we just don't have the front end downforce. The front is not willing to turn into where we exactly want it to go. And so, yeah, oh God. Yeah, this is not a very good showing for us. And we're clattering the curb. And at this point, I'm just going to let Sato go. I know his racecraft and his, like, ability to make positions isn't great as we clatter that curb. God, this is a poor showing. But I mean, I'm not going to pull a Belgium on him. I'm not going to ruin his race just because of an ego thing that I need to be in front. I'm just going to let him, like, we'll see what he can do. Hopefully it didn't hold him up too much. But anyways, we're going to head into the pits now. We got a pretty large gap to Sonoda. So surely we'll be able to get in front of him so we can replace our front wing. But that's when I just realized the front wing change is faster than a normal pit stop. And at 27 second gap is good if you're not replacing the front wing, but because we're going to be in the pits longer. Yeah. Sorry about that rant. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Exit now.
God, why does this always happen? I mean, Russia's a pretty good track for me, I will admit. I mean, I do get into a good flow here, as opposed to maybe like a Monaco or something like that. But, oh, to get really close to the wall there. But, yeah, I don't know what it is. I just make a stupid mistake thinking I could pass at certain spots, and, well, as you can see, I make another mistake, and I'm going to pull a Sebastian Vettel. That's what I think of your polystyrene barriers that we have to navigate around. Yeah, we're really far back. We're not going to make it into the points, and this has just been an embarrassing showing. And honestly, I mean, I will admit, at this stage, I was considering just restarting the race. Because, I mean, yes, in Formula 1, in real-life racing, you can't hit a restart button. There is no restart button. But, I mean, it's really contentious to say it, especially after the shamble of a F1 finale we had in terms of rules. But this channel is meant to be entertainment. I'm meant to entertain you guys. You want to see overtakes. You want to see me fighting. At this point, I'm so far back, I can't see myself doing really well. But in the end, I decide to stick with it. Because, I mean, what's the point of showing a spectacle if there's no integrity behind it? And that's really poignant considering what happened last race in real life. I mean, yeah, my 2 cents. Max, congratulations, worthy world champion. The FIA lost to Lewis that race, and they're responsible. No one else is responsible. No drivers, just the FIA. Enough of that. Let's be positive. We're closing the gap to Yuki Tsunoda already with the fresh tires. As you can see, we're putting in great sector times consecutively, and within 3 laps, a 4-second gap or something turns into like a less than a second. We got DRS heading through the kink of turn 11 right now. We're not going to size up a move here. I don't think. Yeah, no, we're not going to size up a move. It's very hard to pull off a move there, especially from that far back. But into turn 2, maybe we can. Here we are, onto lap 10. We have fresher medium tires than Yuki does, so maybe we can use that to our advantage. DRS and ERS deployed. We're in his slipstream. Tsunoda is a sitting duck without it, as we dive down the inside of turn 2, clip the apex, and, well, ooh, did we force him? I don't think we forced Tsunoda off. I don't know why he went off so much. Let's look at that replay and see exactly what happened. Diving down the inside, and yeah, we got ample space. I don't know why Tsunoda was so far off the track there. I mean, that's not on me. That's a beautiful move, I think. Yeah.
Nice paradise like this one.
Yeah, it's not a very happy Yuki, and I can't blame them. I really can't. Anyways, lap 11, the soft tire runner is starting to pit, but we're so far back that Stroll and Sainz are still going to get out of the pits ahead of us. That being said, our medium tires are worn in a little bit, so we'll have some grip, so we won't have to, yeah, so while these guys are out lap, we can do something about it. On to lap 12 now, and we're going to make up some positions because some people are pitting. We passed Mazepin, who, actually, wow, he's dead last. Wow, that's sad. Wow. Anyways, I mean, Alonso and Raikkonen, we don't pass. Schumacher, Sato pits, and hopefully, yeah, we pass them for track position. Giovinazzi, we also pass him. So we're up at the P16 now. Not really on merit, it's just because everyone's making their stops right now, and we're just going to go a little longer than everyone else. We're catching up to Raikkonen on lap 15, so it's been a pretty boring race. This is going to be the first legit overtake that we've made for position in the last few rounds. Here we go, Raikkonen, again a sitting duck without DRS, diving down into turn 2. We were a little hesitant on the brakes, but Raikkonen leaves the door open, so we just gun the dab of throttle, and we make it through, and up into P15. So I can't see ourselves getting any points this race, but Raikkonen is right up our backside. We're got a bunch of understeer into turn 4. Raikkonen, side of our backside. Can he pull off a move into turn 5? No, we slam the door shut, but we get understeer again. This car feels terrible around Sochi. I can't explain it, but we gave the position against Raikkonen, and Alonso passes Latifi, and so do we, because, I mean, our car is leagues better than the Williams right now. We are very low on ERS, I'm realizing right now. As you go, well, here we go. Russell pits ahead of us, and now we're up at the P13. We're the highest we'll go, as our pit crew is calling us in for soft tires, because, well, as much as I'd like to run these mediums to the end of the Grand Prix, we need to run 2 compounds in a race in order to be
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this
to not
lap.
get disqualified. So we're going to pit at the end of this lap behind Alonso in the Alpine, and well, we're right up beside him, behind him. And at this point, you know what? Let's just throw a little entertainment in there. We're gonna be pitting at the end of this lap, anyways. Let's just pass Alonso just for fun. In the slipstream, into turn 11, Alonso tries to squeeze us out. The outside of turn 11 turns into the inside of turn 12, diving down into turn 13 and getting it pinpoint accurate. And that's a beautiful move up into P12. I mean, that's probably the highest we'll be. As yeah, we're pitting. In real life, that's probably not the best sportsman show, but hey, entertainment. What can I say? Anyways, diving into the pit lane for our second stop of this race. Onto soft tires now. So yeah, I mean, clearly the car is showing that it has pace and we can pass people. Albeit we have an understeer problem, which has kind of been showing up recently. I think it's mostly just down to the fact that I'm playing on controller. So take that as you will. That's a beautiful stop from the boys. 2.1 seconds. And making me feel really guilty for blundering
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat
this
into
race.
those tires.
Anyways, it's a race with George Russell out of the pit lane to hold P18, and we do it. And now, well, everyone ahead of us is on harder tires, so this is where our strategy would have come into play if we had not blundered it. Look at the grip we have on Schumacher in the Haas. We're going to dive down the inside into turn 7, and that was a beautiful move. I mean, you don't see overtaking there. But here we are on the back of Esteban Ocon now. Again, the soft tires. Look at the sector times they're pointing. We didn't get fastest lap there. We should have. We had to lift off because Ocon squeezed us out into the kink of turn 1, but down the outside into the stretch towards turn 2. And that's a beautiful move by us into P16. Now Mazepin's ahead of us. Wow. Oh, wasn't he behind us? Anyway, here we are. Mazepin's a sitting duck as well. We go around the out inside. And we make the move done before the corner because, well, I mean, remember, car's the 6th best on the grid right now. So that's a positive for us. Anyways, on to the penultimate lap of the race. We're catching up to Giovinazzi now, and I think P14 is probably going to be our best position. But here we are, DRS, down into turn 12. We're going to see if we can pull a move into turn 13, but what will we think better of it? Because, I mean, that dive bomb. Actually, yeah, in Russia in 2020, I did pull off a move there, and I did break my front wing. So speaking from experience, I knew best not to dive down there. Onto the last lap of the Grand Prix now. Pretty boring race. I do apologize again. I can't apologize enough. And we pull off the same move we did on the others into P14, and there we go. That's the Russian Grand Prix. I never want to come back here again because, well, I always seem to have to pull off these recovery drives. Valtteri Bottas wins the Russian Grand Prix. It's his favorite track. I mean, he's gone very well around here, so can't blame him. But anyways, no points. So, I mean, from the highs of Italy, we descend down to the lows of Russia. Hopefully, we don't let this become a trend as it did at the beginning of the second half of the season. And we got Driver of the Day somehow. Not sure I agree with that, but hey, we'll take it.
Another superb Russian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Here we are, Valtteri Bottas again on the podium, Max Verstappen at P3. But can we take a moment to acknowledge Daniel Ricciardo's AI in this career mode save? Ever since the summer break, he's been on the podium every race. I think it's been like 3rd in Belgium, 3rd in the Netherlands, 2nd in Italy, and now 2nd in Russia. This guy, like, the Honey Badger has been released finally. I mean, this is what we wanted to see this season, and hopefully we see this next season with Daniel Ricciardo if McLaren can give him a good car. But anyways, P14, we did make up quite a few positions, albeit this is more positions than I thought we'd ever make up after that dismal showing. But anyways, P12. Nothing really changes in the constructors, and well, we're very far off from AlphaTauri. We're not really doing our cause any justice. But that's the race. Apologies for the shambles that race was, especially considering it's been a long time since I've uploaded. I mean, Italy was recorded in November. this was recorded, well, not a few days after this video will be uploaded. And I apologize. School has just been a lot to deal with, and burnout and everything. Just it's not been a very good place to be me in this last few weeks. And I apologize for not putting uploads on. Believe me, anyone, I know I need to upload more if I want to get some good seasons of F1 in. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and regardless, thank you so much for joining me today. Like, comment, subscribe down below, share the video, share the love, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace out.